Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. If you're absolutely addicted to the game of basketball like I am, make sure you click that red subscribe button down below and light up that post notification bell so you do not miss a future video or maybe even a future live stream. And maybe you even enjoy the video or future live stream, and smash the like button on this content. It really helps out the algorithm so it gets more clicks and it's shared around the world. It's a dream of mine to talk about basketball for the rest of my life and really make it a job one day. So, or obviously, if you love something, it doesn't really feel like a job. But it's time. It is time to talk about Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving went on to be traded to the Dallas Mavericks from the Brooklyn Nets. Just crazy. I get home from school, or I just graduated high school literally like a year ago or less than a year ago. I'm working now. But I get home from work, I take a shower, settle in. Actually, before I was about to get in the shower, I freaking check my phone. It's a Woj bomb that Kyrie Irving has been traded to the Dallas Mavericks. I'm like, what? I thought it was going to be the LA Lakers. I knew the Mavericks, it could have possibly been a thing, but I thought it was really going to be the Lakers. And then you see a report come out that on purpose, the Brooklyn Nets owner didn't trade Kyrie to the Lakers. The Lakers offered a package, and he did it on purpose. I'm not sure if it was because Kyrie Irving was kind of unprofessional with the Brooklyn Nets, the drama he's done lately, that it's what has he really done for us? I'm going to try to get the best value I can, and I'm going to trade him to somewhere else, because this was a failed super team. The Brooklyn Nets, they have Kevin Durant, they have Kyrie Irving. They try to go even more on top by trading for a James Harden. And you know what that does for them? James Harden's gone, Kyrie's gone. You win one playoff series with Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving, or just Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving in general. Supposed to be one of the best super teams of all time. They don't always work out. Chemistry is a huge thing. How are you off the court? Are you all on the same page? Is management all on the same page? And it wasn't. Steve Nash isn't the coach there anymore. And one of the losers of this trade has got to be Jacque Vaughn. I feel bad for him. That he takes over this Nets team. They're playing excellent basketball. They're a top 5 seed. Kyrie wants out. One of the best players in the world wants out. One of the best closers in the game. The best handle in the league. One of the best scorers. He wants out. Mid-range 3. Ridiculous finishing package. You have Kevin Durant coming back from injury. Just wow. Just crazy. But your initial reaction when you see, if it's from Shams, if it's from Adrian Wojnarowski, Kyrie Irving being traded to the Mavericks, it's not what did the Mavericks give up. It's holy shit, Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic are on the same team. Some of the best closers in the game, the best scorers in the game, lethal moves in their arsenal, they're clutch. They're able to finish at the basket. You have Luka who has size. You just think Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic, if you just gave Luka Doncic someone that's even a little under a Kyrie Irving, it's just holy shit, they're championship contenders. But there's more than that. Is there going to be egos in place? Kyrie Irving has said in the past he wants to be the guy on a basketball team. He wants to be the face of the franchise. I'm sorry, Luka Doncic is the face of the franchise. He's going to have to be selfless. There's going to have to be less of an ego. They're both going to have to be on the same page. If both of them are on fire, make the best basketball play. Or say, you could take this. Or if they do go on to, can you imagine when a game goes down to the wire, there's going to be these moments. Yes, there's going to be some clutch shots. But how is the adversity going to hit? If Luka's on fire, Kyrie's on fire, one of them takes a shot to possibly win the game, they miss it. Is Luka going to cry? Is Kyrie going to cry? Are they going to be whining? Or no, they're going to be no, I trusted you. You're my teammate. I'm going to continue to go to you, or I'm probably going to go to you next time. How is that going to be? How's the chemistry? Kyrie's antics off the court, or maybe not even antics, however you want to look at it. I'm not going to fully get into his political views and all that type of stuff, but I do believe one of the main reasons the owner of the Brooklyn Nets don't want to trade him to LA was just yeah, we won one playoff series with this team that was supposed to be freaking awesome. And it's funny because Sean Marks, when he took over the team from King, he was I'm not going to give up the entire future for one player. And he did that for James Harden. And it didn't work out at all. And remember Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Jason Terry, all those guys completely out of their prime. They went on to get what a disaster of a team that was. So the Nets, are they going to look to trade KD? Are they just completely out of they're going to go full into rebuild mode now? So now looking at the details here of the Brooklyn Nets trading away Kyrie Irving to the Dallas Mavericks. So the Brooklyn Nets received Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, a 2027 second-round pick, a 2029 first-round pick unprotected, 2029 second-round pick. A lot of later picks there. And then you see Dallas reportedly receives Kyrie Irving and Markieff Morris. So the initial reaction is like the Dallas Mavericks won. They got the better player. And you could say most of the time maybe that does work out. That, yeah, you get the best player most likely. You win the trade unless that player goes on to get hurt and they're not the same. The opposing teams capitalize on those draft picks. These picks, we don't know what's going to happen with them. They're so far down the road. But they get two very quality players. Spencer Dinwiddie's back with Brooklyn, which is pretty awesome. You know, he's going to bash the Knicks again. Dorian Finney-Smith is a very quality player. One of the main reasons they went to the Western Conference Finals. Defensive versatility, length, taller guy that could stretch the floor. Luke is definitely going to miss his presence. So again, initial reaction, awesome. Kyrie and Luka on the same team. But a projected starting lineup, to give you my projected starting lineup, that it's going to be Kyrie Irving. Now Luka is going to be sliding over to that wing position. They're probably going to share ball handling duties. But Kyrie, Luka Doncic, Tim Hardaway Jr., Christian Wood, Dwight Powell, that would be my projected starting five. That might change things up. I know Woods had a lot of games that he's come off the bench, but are they going to try to go with the most talent in that starting five? Because my question for you guys is like, where is their depth coming from? When it comes to the deadline, they might need to make a move for depth. They might need to get someone out there, and like even when free agency hits, if this team doesn't go as far as they thought, they definitely need more depth off the bench. Or do you start Bertans when he comes back as well? Because Bertans is going to be out through the All-Star break. He's out the next 6 contest when it comes to a calf strain. Bertans has the ability as a taller player to stretch the floor, but he's kind of an inconsistent shooter as well. You put Wood on the bench though, and then like I said, start Bertans for the depth because you're going to need Wood's energy. I like Josh Green. He's shooting it well from 3 on 2 attempts. He's shooting 41% from 3. He attacks strong. He's a good athlete. Underrated defensive player in this league. But do you expand a role for a player that you went on a draft of a Jaden Hardy? You have JaVale McGee, who I actually like at the center position, but you need more depth. How many minutes are you going to give Frank? Is Frank going to really get minutes for defense? Like, there's not that pop. As much as it's awesome to have these superstar players or have these players that are at a whole other level, you need depth at the end of the day. It comes down to having, it's still a team sport. We've seen LeBron carry a Cavs team when he's really young to the NBA Finals and lose. But you need overall more support. The Philadelphia 76ers have James Harden. They have Joel Embiid. They have very solid pieces, but they don't have the consistent depth. They've added Maxey, but we saw that bench last night. There's an inconsistency there. Maxey scores 12 points. Niang's defense isn't really there. He's an inconsistent three-point shooter, or not an inconsistent three-point shooter. But yeah, some nights he may be on fire. Some nights he may not be. But that's his main thing. He shoots the three ball, but he's not crazy athletic. He's not really going to dribble penetrate. Milton's going to give you some minutes of scoring production. But you never know what Montrezl Harrell's going to bring. It's flip-flopping between him and Paul Reed sometimes. But when you look at this Mavericks team, do you believe in them to go to the finals? Do you think Kyrie and Luke are just so damn good that they're going to step up and just like carry this team to the finals? And don't forget, sometimes Kyrie does go down with these injuries. So can you trust Kyrie to stay healthy through the postseason when you go to the postseason? And obviously as a Knicks fan, you know, we hold their pick this season. We should just trade that pick at this point. But when it comes down to Luka, when he needs rest, Kyrie, when they need rest, how's the production from the bench going to step up? We're going back to the starters. I like Christian Wood. Solid defense player with length. He's athletic. He can stretch the floor. He sometimes hits like fall away, baby mid-range jumpers. Dwight Powell's a little up and down for me. Solid rim protector, limited offensive game. He rolls to the basket, kind of like an old school type of big man. But the concern for me is a couple players. It's just the streakiness of this roster. Reggie Bullock will have games that he could splash it from the outside. He's a versatile defensive player. He plays really hard. I respected him when he was at the New York Knicks. He competes defensively, but sometimes, his overall shot is just flat. So some games it's on fire. Some games it's not there when it comes to shooting it from the outside. And he's not someone that's crazy off the dribble. He's a standstill three-point shooter. He'll come off the screens, but it's not like it's like occasional pump fake, put the ball on the floor, one dribble, put up a three. You're not expecting him to drive straight to the basket and be crazy athletic. So is Bullock maybe going to be in that lineup instead of Tim Hardaway Jr. as well? But I look at Tim Hardaway Jr., just he's streaky. He's going to have games you splashing it from the outside. He looks like an all-star. Then there's going to be games like get him off the floor. He's inconsistent defensively, but he's a solid athlete. I like Tim Hardaway Jr. when he drives to the basket and doesn't settle for as many threes. But this team's going to be fascinating. I do think they need depth. I do like Jason Kidd as the head coach, but it's going to be fun to watch Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic together. But they are waiting for Davis Bertans to come back. He's potentially out the next 6 contest, or probably 5, because I wrote down these notes like a day ago. He's out with that calf strain. And then you also take a look at Christian Wood. He should be back soon, out with that left thumb injury. So Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic, Tim Hardaway Jr., Christian Wood, Dwight Powell, can that be their starting lineup? Or is it going to be Kyrie, Luka, Reggie Bullock, Christian Wood, Dwight Powell? Will it be Kyrie, Luka, Reggie Bullock? Also, maybe you add in, maybe you add in, Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic, Tim Hardaway Jr., Bertans, and then Dwight Powell, or you swap out Tim Hardaway Jr. for Reggie Bullock. Like, what are they going to do? I'm really interested to see how the depth's going to be, or how they're really going to make this work. How many minutes they going to give to McGee? But it's fascinating. The Brooklyn Nets. See, I think Finney Smith's going to be a huge loss for the Dallas Mavericks, especially playoff time. You need that athleticism. You need that switchability defensively. You need that taller guy that can space the floor. He's a great locker room guy. You look at Dinwiddie, he provided a lot of scoring for the Dallas Mavericks in the playoffs. One of the main reasons they got to the Western Conference Finals, along with Brunson, along with Luka Doncic when he came back. So those guys are definitely going to be missed when it comes to depth purposes. Like, Dinwiddie started games, but you having good starters gives you flexibility within your depth. It depends on the way your team is constructed, but those are going to be huge losses. And other guys are definitely going to have to step up. Are they going to try to get some upside out of Hardy? Let me know down below your thoughts. Peace out, y'all.